The Premier League is back. Football, 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 lads, lads, lads. But content creators, marketers out there, what can we learn about the Premier League? And more specifically, why a lot of people don't care that it's back. And I'm not talking just about COVID reasons here. The fact that there wasn't that much of a break, the fact that there's no crowds in there, which makes it all a bit weird and rubbish. To get more specific, the question I'm going to ask is this. Why is it that a lot of the people who do not care about the Premier League do care about the international tournaments, the European Championships, the World Cup, and they get swept along in the excitement of it all? Now, of course, there's loads of reasons for that, but the angle we're going to take here isn't about sport, it's about storytelling. And because of that, there's going to be pointers and principles in here that you creators can take and apply to your own output to take it to the next level. So let's list some factors that make the Premier League a difficult story to get into in and of itself, and then we'll see what we can learn from that. First up, it's long. It's an endurance test that goes on for the better part of a year until the winners get crowned as champions. That means it takes a lot of mind space, a lot of effort, a lot of time to follow. Second, it can feel like it's a bit ever-present, even with the break. It's kind of always going on in the same places, in the same grounds, with the same people. To the casual fan, it can feel like a bit of a never-ending grind. To the casual fan, yeah? Third, structurally, it's a bit shapeless. Everyone plays everyone else twice, and what happens game to game doesn't really matter until you get further down the line to the closing stages. If you're a mid-table club, the amount of games that actually matter are sort of few and far between. Fourth, it's not like it was in the old days where everyone in your area would definitely be supporting the same team. There's a lot of kids wearing Barcelona shirts and not Yeovil Town shirts, if you see what I mean. So if you're not in one of the major cities, it can feel like the good stuff's happening elsewhere and you're not quite connected to the bigger picture. Fifth, it can be tough to watch. And no, I'm not talking about watching Burnley play. I'm talking about the matches being hidden behind paywalls on Sky, BT, wherever. It can cost a lot of money to watch all the matches or go to the pubs to see them. It's just not the simplest thing. So there you have it. Now let's compare those factors with an international tournament. First up, as we said, the Premier League is long. International tournaments are short, a month tops. They're focused, they are easily digestible. Second, Premier League can feel like it's on all the time. Major tournaments are like once every 4 years. There's a scarcity there that makes them feel special and you can build to it. Add to that the different local flavour of each host nation, and every tournament has its own distinctive vibe. Think the vuvuzelas of South Africa, or the Brazilian samba style, or the human rights abuses in Qatar. Third, where the Premier League is a bit wobbly and shapeless, an international tournament is laser focused. Certainly after the group stages, pure knockout football, which is perfectly set up as episodic content in exactly the same way as a Netflix series. Episode 1 has a clear problem in place for our heroes, and the outcome of that episode leads directly to the next stage, with the stakes getting higher and higher as you go. Villains will appear along the way, and our brave boys will either be vanquished or victorious at a neatly scheduled time. Fourth, obviously everyone around you is going to be supporting the same team, England or wherever. That means you can go and talk to anyone about it and they'll know what you're going on about. You can go out and walk into any street and go, "It's coming home," and you'll get a response. You'll feel like you're part of something. Fifth, it's easy to watch. All the matches are usually there on terrestrial TV, and if you go into the pub, you can guarantee they're going to be showing the match that you want to see, and you know it's going to be pretty wicked. Okay, so there are some differences there. So in that positive column, how can we take those and apply them to our video content in order to take it from good to great? First up, brevity. If you can get the same thing done in 30 seconds rather than 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's probably a good idea. That said, if you do need to go deeper into something, that's fine. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, at the right time, for the right audience. Second, scarcity. This applies more to the selling of a product or an offer than the content itself. Basically, the less of something there is, the more valuable it is, as long as you build up to it in the right way. And that's where content comes in, especially video content. Using that to articulate and promote the scarcity of a product to build that anticipation is one of the very best things you can do. Third, structure. The episodic nature of a tournament is well worth stealing. If you've got a story that you can split into parts and have each episode end with a hook for the next one, you'll give people a reason to keep coming back and start to train their minds that you're a brand worth following. Fourth, when everyone feels like they're on the same team, that's a sense of community. That's a feeling of belonging, and it's all the rage these days. You can use your content to draw people to your brand, then give them a place to talk to each other and to you. That creates a feeling of togetherness, of social proof, and it's well worth doing if you can pull it off. Fifth, making stuff easy to watch. Now, getting the right stuff in front of the right people at the right time in the right way is the eternal marketing trick. And much like the Premier League, it's an ever-evolving process that'll never end. But it should be forefront in your mind at all times. So there you go. That's what content creators can learn from the Premier League and the differences between that and a sporting tournament. I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Captain helping you plan, direct and perfect smartphone video content to build trust with your audience and enhance your brand. Bye.